G'day, Steel Nation. Welcome to this breaking news edition. I don't think so. Man, yet again. Look, there's one thing, guys, I cannot control, and that is the breaking news. So, over the last few days, we know that Trey Edmunds got released, and we picked up a new running back today. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a few things with training camp, and they reported today. And we're also going to talk about Najee Harris's funny comment also. So, it's funny, guys. I can't control I guess when I sleep, or I'm 14 hours in front. However, in the NFL news cycle or the Steelers news cycle, I am 8 hours behind. When I wake up, it's already your 5, 6, 7 p.m. So let's get right into it. The new running back we have in town. So the Steelers have signed Jeremy McNichols to a 1-year contract to make room for the 90-man roster. We've released running back Trey Edmunds. But you guys already knew that. I didn't mind Trey Edmunds, to be honest, right? He's the brother of Terrell Edmunds, running back slash fullback slash special teams guy. I didn't mind him too much with the Steelers. There was a few big plays. He had the onside kick recovery back in the day, and he did have a big run for 45 yards a few years ago. But he's not a second running back. He's not a third running back. He's more of a special team guy and a fill-in kind of running back. Now, the Steelers have released Trey before and brought him back, but this might be the last time we see Trey Edmunds wearing a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform. And we have now brought in the Pittsburgh Steelers have brought in running back Jeremy McNichols. And look, guys, I'm gonna put it this way. We are so close to training camp. I'm not even going to look into the stats because that to me is all. That's history. I could go look into the stats. I could find out where he played. He played with the Titans. I think he played with the 49ers as well. Right? I'm more looking forward now to seeing what he can do in training camp, right? You're going to a new team. I think this is his 5th team in total. Let's see what he can do in training camp. Let's see what he can do in preseason. So, not going to bring up any stats. I'm going to talk about that. I know that he played for the Titans the last 2 years, and he was back up behind Henry, or he helped out Henry, right? So, not a huge big name in the running back scene, but there's a reason why the Steelers are giving him a 1-year contract. So let's see what can happen there. Now, speaking of running backs, I don't know if you saw this in the news, but there's Najee going to camp today or yesterday, right? There was one funny thing I found out the last few hours. Brian McFadden has a podcast called All Things Covered with, I think it is Patrick Peterson as well. Those two together have a podcast thing called All Things Covered, right? So Steelers, Brian McFadden, legend of the game too, or legend of the Steelers. He played pretty well with the Steelers back in the day. He had Najee Harris on his show, and Brian McFadden asked him about, that beast mode helmet he was wearing, and he said, well, will you be, donning that same visor going into preseason, into camp? And Najee Harris's response was absolutely brilliant. He said, I'm strictly business. I want to see mother, can't say eyes, right? Like, I love that. I love that so much. He was asked, Najee Harris was asked, will you be wearing the visor, the dark visor like like Lynch wears, right? And he said, nah, I want to see their eyes. I love that. Then I saw some interviews today as well that they turned to training camp, and Najee Harris is surrounded by all these people. It must be so daunting as well. Like, that football's back because training camp is here. And the minute that Najee Harris, TJ Watt, these guys walk into the facility, before they even put their bags down, you get about 30 reporters around them asking them questions about the season. So, and then speaking of that too, guys, we have a picture here of TJ Watt. Having a bit of fun with the media there coming into camp. So all the guys are going back to Latrobe, and over the next few weeks they'll stay there in their own dorms. TJ Watt was asked if he was had any younger rookies staying with him in his dorm, and he straight out said no, 100%. And that's right. Like the veteran players who have been there 5-6 years, guys like Cam, they deserve to have their own room. Push out other guys into 2-bed, 4-beds rooms with the younger guys. Even Minka Fitzpatrick, I think, has a room with Terrell, Joseph, or Carl Joseph, and another bloke too. I can't remember his name. There's another, or Sutton's in there too, right? So all those guys are, the veterans deserve to have a certain amount of leadership there and have their own room. But they all checked in today. There was no Vince Williams, Stone Cold Stunner, entrance. There was no AB. I think AB 1 year came in on a helicopter. I think someone 1 year came in like on a bulldozer or something like that. Not that I've seen anyway. I didn't see anyone do a fantastic big entrance like that. So it does look like to me that the Pittsburgh Steelers are just going out there to focus on what they need to do, turn up, sign in, get around the family, and start to go to work. That's what it feels like. The interviews from Cameron Hayward as well feel that same mentality. So, guys, that's all I have for today. Is talking a bit about those transactions. Trey Edmunds leaving us. The other bloke, who is he? I don't even know his name. McNichols, Jeremy McNichols. So we have McNichols and we have McNichols running back, and we also have McFarland. So we have two Micks on the roster. Will one Mick make it? I don't know. I don't Mick know that. So who knows? Nick Nack, Paddywhack, give a dog a bone. All right, guys, I'm going to training camp is finally here. Football's here. I'm a bit giddy this morning because I'm starting to process in my mind what is going to happen in the next few weeks to a month to preseason and that kind of stuff. It's exciting times. Very exciting times. Been a very long off season. So if you stayed this far, if you enjoy my content throughout the off season, wait till you see me in front of a TV yelling at these players and telling them what to do like a couch QB or couch coach. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Enjoy the rest of your night. And as always, here we go, Steelers. Here we